Welcome back for episode 15, a follow up to our episode 14 where we were working our way to tailoring to get power. So, let's get to it. So, as you remember, we were pretty much set up to get, we were queued up for our loom. We were just waiting on the linen, which was waiting on the star to do the tailoring table over there in the corner. We were talking about we need power. Let's go 20. Okay, and it was render fat. Should be up on here. There it is. Fat. Is used to make grease, which is the lubricant, 4, so we need 2 tallow. So we can make a windmill. So we get 1 from this, so let's make 2. And we will move it ahead of our mortar. So that we'll have our lubricant for our windmill. Show you what else. Did you finish all yours? 60, yes you did. So when we come over here, we will need this. We need 20 for the loom, so that means we need at least 10. The thing is, it's not going to give very much XP. Because we don't have tailoring, it's going to request that we put something in. And then our windmill, we will need 12 fabric. So we need another 48 linen there. We're getting 2, so we need to make another 24 after that. So that would mean we need a total of 10, 34, we got plenty. All right. This was still needing 10 blocks. care of that. Move that out of the way. Alright, so we're waiting on 130 XP. So we need to do something to get 130 XP. Our windmill is going to require... Yeah, we already got everything for that. Other than the linen. So... trying to decide what I want to do to get our XP. Alright, let's check. We're not doing anything else here. How many fish do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16. So let's go ahead and set this for another 20. Means we can come up here. Do 13 on this one. Do 13 here. And 14 here. So that'll take care of the fish that we'll have. More XP, more XP. Let's go get our sand over here and turn that into mortar. Oh, we already got plenty of sand. We just need to queue it up. Queue it up! Queue it up! Queue it up! Queue it up! Oh wait, that was fire it up in the crow. Alright, mortar, 160. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn it all. And with that, we need to get more food in our belly. We're gonna need more vegetables. We're getting a lot of protein. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's waiting on linen. That's waiting on that. We're just waiting on XP. What shall we do? Let's go get some more mushrooms. Let's go pick these mushrooms that are over here. Where are those mushrooms? Here they are. go ahead and grab the ferns. Get more mushrooms over here. More mushrooms down here. Come over here. There's a couple more ferns. More mushrooms over there. Mushrooms there, we'll leave those. Let's grab these ferns. Grab these mushrooms. We're only doing this combination of reasons. One, to get more ingredients so we can make more food, and two, so we can get XP. Mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. Plenty of mushrooms. Throw those there, throw those there. Alright, so we need to go get taro and compass bulbs. So, what we got? 16. Alright, we should be able to get enough taro from 16 hits. So we'll run to the jungle. And I'll already apologize for any fork to plate sounds that you may hear. I did make my dinner in between this episode and the previous because I needed to eat. Alright, so taro. Let's find some more. There it is. Any more? Here it is. Any more? We just want to hit taro. There's a taro in there. Those are all big ferns. We don't need those. We can just turn that all into debris. when we chop down some of these trees. That's why we're trying to get rid of the taro. There goes our shovel. So we picked up 73 more taro. Back to base camp, drop those off, prepare our shovel, and go hit our comets bulb field. Go here, drop these into there. Go ahead and drop this right here. Let's see, 32, yeah, let's go ahead and repair 132 down to, what, 109? Alright, time to go to our comets bulbs. Comets field, that's what we want, 200 meters away. $150 meters. Now our comets bulbs are ready. So we have, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got what, 48 here? So now we start picking these up. And as you see, we're getting 5 per plant. If you look over there by the mini map in the lower right corner. Now when we dig these up, you see that the tilled soil that they were planted in goes back to regular dirt. So this is where, until you can build the hand plow and then eventually the steam tractor, you need your hoe to turn it back into tilled soil. So now we just did that. We turn it into tilled soil again. So out of 48 plants, we got 140 commas bulbs. Oh no, we got 240 commas bulbs. Where's a pumpkin? Just give us 1,000 calories, thank you. Now we'll go to commas and replant this. If we get done with this, we should have 141 in this pile, or 151. So now we just replanted 49 of the 240 that we picked up, giving us 191 profit for this very small field. So now that we've done that, we can run back to camp. And that is how you continually, once the rest of the world is picked clean of all its crops, farm and plant and, come on, get out of the water. And there's our star. Dun da da da. Tailoring, here we come. Windmill, here we come. Power, here we come. Arasta and rockers, here we come. See, now that we did this, we drop these into here. So now we got plenty of commas bulbs and taro to make more root salads, along with our greens. And then regular fried or charred commas bulbs. And we got plenty of mushrooms to make more mushrooms. So, let's jump down here. Tailoring. Did we take the skill yet? Yes, we did do the page, so we got this. Let's do tailoring. Wham! So now, move that book over here. Move this over here. This is our shipwright. It goes over that way. Now we can come over here and go to this one, and we can now put in the work. And then we will go here. Storage, food, in the belly. So now we got more XP coming in over there. We will go over here. What do we have? We still need 2. That makes 26. So let's do 25. That'll give us some more roasts. So for here, let's go ahead and do the charred commas, do 25 more. Come down to the charred mushrooms, do 25 more. do the taro or the root salad. Do 25 more. Now we can go back up to the roast and do 25 more. Because this will, as it's producing there, it'll build up our stockpile before it ever gets to it, because it's producing all the charred mushrooms, and the root salad. We need something that we can do to give us what was that one? Haven't tried the campfire salad because we don't have the palms or the pineapples. I mean, that would be good because it'd give us more carbs and vegetables. The other salads we already tried. That one's a bad. We don't really want it. The problem is it's still giving us protein. That was horrible. Let's do some more fat and more vegetables and carbs. Not a lot. Let's move that in front. We'll try it. Okay, our lube recipe, our grease recipe is done on the butcher table. So over here, let's do our grease after we get done making our roasts. Yummy. Ooh. Okay, so storage at 26, so let's make 25 of those. And we will put those before the salads that would potentially use them because of the greens. Now, if we really wanted to not really care, we could take and swap these two piles so that these greens are used up before these, so that we can always have agave leaves for making more charred agave. Which is why I said, you know, if it's something that you want to keep that can be used in multiple recipes, you need it further behind the one item that you don't want to keep. The one item that you'd rather get used up. So, not all that's going. The loom is currently being worked on. It's still waiting on 10. Working on, we've done 5, we've got another 4, just over 4 minutes for the rest of them, and we'll get the loom, and then it'll start producing the 48 that we need to make our 12 cloth for our windmill, which we could go ahead No, we don't want to queue it up because no, wait, yeah, we do. We do. We want to go ahead and queue it up because it's not going to take the yarn. So let's go ahead and queue up a windmill. And once the butcher block gets around to making all of these, it will produce the grease. And the grease will get pulled. So everything is in order. The next task is... Oh, what the hell do we want to do now? What we will do, though, now that I'm thinking about it, we want to go ahead. We'll take these. What we'll do, come up here under our property, to our land claim, plots. We can take all 30 of these and stick them in here. So now we have the capability of being up to 46. So now we can take this and we can go and claim some more land. Oh. Now we can just keep claiming land over to here, up to here, here. Do that, and we can do here and here, and I think we need to do here, here, probably want to do this one, like it keeps that on. So yeah, this is all claimed. Now the only thing that we haven't done yet, we come down here and see we have claimed everything that is down here underneath. We haven't gone that way yet, but all of these would now be listed as authorized. So nobody could touch anything in here except for me, unless I authorized them. So remember how all of those used to be to the point that you couldn't touch, or anybody could touch them. So now that our claim comes all the way over here, nobody else could touch them if there was a multiplayer server. Alright, so we're kind of waiting on things to produce. Mainly the yarn. Ooh, it is making that. So now we are making our loom. 12 seconds away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The loom. And let's pick up our loom. So take our loom. Go ahead and put that here. And now we need linen cloth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Queue it up. Give it XP, give it labor, and we will produce our cloth. Now the thing is, this requires wool yarn. for rugs. We could make a small rug, which I think is the one that goes in the bathroom. I don't think I put the medium in there, but I can't remember. I know it was, I don't think it was the large bath mat, because that was a, that was 1 by 2 by 1. Okay, maybe it was. It certainly wasn't the small bath mat. So I need cotton and linen. That's 1 by 2 by 1. Giving 4. The medium rug is a 2 by 2 by 1. Small rug was basically a 1 by 2 by 1. So I either, see, that's only 2 points. I'd rather have the 4 for the bath rug in the bathroom. So in order to get to that, 1, we need cotton. And 2, we'd have to make cellulose fiber. Now, cellulose fiber is any natural fiber. So that's wood pulp, plant fibers. So there's plenty of ways to, you know, that lumbering helps tailoring. Or, like I said, gathering could help with here, but with the natural fibers. And then cotton is basically the same thing as linen. You go get the cotton plants out of the wetlands, you use them, you put them through here to make cotton lint. The cotton lint comes over to here to make cotton thread. And then the cotton thread goes in here to make the cotton cotton fabric. So if we were going to make 2 bath mats, we'd need 40 cotton fabric, which means 160 thread. Means 80 cotton lint. And to make cotton lint, 80 cotton lint, we'd need 320 bowls. But right now we are waiting on our windmill. So we're still waiting on 10 windmill or 10 linen. So let us eat food. Yeah. How about we go get our cotton? 320. So our cotton is way the heck over here. So basically, let's run toward the commerce field and then just go a little bit past. Forgot one thing. We need to repair our sickle. Because the sickle is what we use to harvest it. Just like the flax plants, same thing's going to happen on the cotton. Alright. Now we'll run that direction. Glad I caught that before I got too far. Like I said, I apologize for the fork to the plate. When I work 10 to 12 hours every day, I need to eat after I get home, and unfortunately today I was trying to do more than one episode. So, yeah. It'll be a lot better once we get roads. And the cotton plant. Oh, I guess I didn't need to. I thought I needed the sickle. But we're looking for 320 of these. And as you can tell, the plants do not disappear when you harvest. These are like tomatoes and pineapples and, said it before, cactus fruit. They are all what I classify as bush plants. Papayas fall into that too, because the tree does not disappear. It just takes half the growth time that any planted crop that disappears when you pick it, like rice, like beets, pumpkins, you know, all of those disappear. So these bush plants, bush category plants, take half as long because the plant is already there. It just needs to grow its, quote, fruit, or what you're picking. So 177, yep, that's all we have. So more cotton. Hey, you know what? We're here. Let's chop this stuff down. Why? Plant fiber. Cellulose fiber. It's in our way to see our crops that we're picking up. Okay, we said we needed 320. Let's open our backpack. We're going to take this and put this here. So we see the partial stack and not the full stack. we're looking for 120. $135. So we got plenty. And let's just go ahead and pick some more. Just a little bit shy. Alright, there we go. We're at an even amount. $370. We'd actually need 4 per, so can we get to 380? There we go, 380. Now we'll run back to base camp. And then we'll worry about plant fibers or wood pulp. Wood pulp will probably be easier because it only takes, I don't know, it's going to take 20 no matter what, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah. As a solo, you really don't need to replant trees because they sprout up new ones all the time, and you just never get enough of them cut in order to diminish the world that much. See, I cut down these when I haven't picked any up, and all these little ones have sprouted since I cleaned this up the first time. So yeah. And sometimes it just takes a little while for this stuff to grow, so. Ooh, not here. Let's go this way. Let's go inside. Let's... You know what? Storage chest. We'll end up making a rocker box and an Arasta. The only thing we don't have there is the boards. And the only thing we don't have here is the boards. So we need 20 more boards. Oh, we could actually make a backpack. Let's do that. Let's make us a backpack. And then the cotton lint is 89. Storage, food, bam, 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 bam. Bam. Storage, chest. Put that here. This goes in here. This goes in here. This goes in here. These go in here. These go in here. This goes in here. That would get us wool, but we're not going to worry about that yet. So, from there, let's go to this. This goes to... This one comes all the way to the top. We'll put into there, because you should get seeds. So we look at the cotton lint. You're gonna get, oh, it's plant fiber and cotton balls. Okay, never mind. And we will go. Let's put that here. Trying to. No, it wasn't that. Trying to remember. Oh, never mind. I remember. Here. Little icon. Take our backpack. Put it right there. Now we have a max carry of 37 kilograms. If we take it off, we only have a max. Hey. That doesn't give us more, it just gives us more space. Well, it says it adds 5 kilograms. Maybe it's just taking a while for it to update. I don't know. Whatever. That's set there, so it's cute. Let's shrink all of these. Go ahead and move this up. That one is neither a take or a pull at the moment, but it does have the other things we will want for tailoring, which is the pelt, the hides, and the shorn wool. So we'll leave it open, but it also leaves it open so we can get to the food if we're in this table. So all of this can be shrunk down, so that is all we see. Same with this table. We will start minimizing and disabling. That one goes to the top. That one goes there. That was a put. And that means this one can be exactly the same. Put neither to the top, second, third, all those are set. So now all of these are either pulling or putting into this or that chest that has the seeds over there. Oh wait, that's the research one. The seed chest. Where was the seed chest? Oh, it's here. So we're working on cloth. We need 2 more for our windmill, which has 19 seconds left. But looks like we got about at least a minute and a half, plus whatever it takes to make the thread. Now, with those, we can climb up here. We could take some wood, let's say 10. Go to the hammer. We want the pedestal, the column. Ah, dang it. I used to be able to jump and not where I put it. I put it right there. Alright, we need more. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that should be high enough. Let's do that. Now we're just waiting on our windmill. There it is. Dun 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 dun. 8. That should be producing. Come on. All I want to do is to touch the blade. Producing 105. Engineering, windmill. See, it should produce 100. You're guaranteed having it produce 100. But I've got it producing 105 because there's nothing supposedly blocking its airflow. Still 105. So what that allows us to do, now that we have 105 power, let's come back in here, come to our carpentry table, oh, not the carpentry table, workbench. Take an arasta and make a rocker. So now we need 20 boards. From there we have over here the hand plow we need iron for, so we can't do that. Alright, so now we're working on towards our ability to crush rock and make sand. So working on that, working on cotton. We could work on more of that because we're going to need 20 linen for that. We might as well do our cellulose fiber as well. So we'll need 30. 20 more linen fabric. Cellulose fiber, we need 30. We need 20 of these. And we're going to need 80 cotton. So in order to make these, we need to do 80 linen yarn. So 40 cycles of linen yarn. And we need 80 for the 80 cotton. We need 320 thread. 320 thread would be 160. Storage, food. Food. And then in order to do those, we need 40 flax fibers, which we had. Got 25 left out of 39, which means we need another 14. And we're making the cotton balls, so we've got 150, and we need 160. We only got 15 in. I think we got that all queued up. No. And we'll do that. So that's all queued up for the tailoring aspect to get us 2 rugs. It looks like our Resta has been built. So we take that and put it in our inventory. I don't know about the bull rush. Oh, the Arresta. Come on, Rock. 3 minutes. Alright. So, let's go down underground. Bring it over here where we have power. Power should be right above us. So if we bring the Arresta, like down here underneath, what was that? I'm not joining it because it is vertically overlaps the windmill. Yeah, but it's a table. It's not going to generate any points anyway. So now we have the ability to crush coal, crush copper, crush gold, granite, iron, limestone, sandstone, shale, make garden gravel, crush sulfur, which sulfur is new to me, so it got added in either in 10 or in 11 when I wasn't playing, so I'm not sure what that's used for. Probably the explosives. What else, I'm not really sure. But see, now we could go here, and this is how we could get rid of all of this stone that we have. It's a combination of things. We could either, this will turn it into crushed sandstone, which we could rock and turn into sand, or we're crushing it so we can make more roads. So, let's see, do 100 would get rid of 1200. So 150 would get rid of 1800. So if we do 150, let's just eat some fish. So now it's going to take 12 stone and turn it into 3 crushed rock. And if you're wondering, that is exactly the same, because you get four stone blocks out of each one of these tiles. But remember, crushed rock takes up the entire space. So it is a 4-to-1 ratio. Same thing for the ores, because they are just like regular stone, versus the crushed. So most of that sandstone will disappear. Oh. Alright. Yep, we're at an hour and 15 minutes basically. So now that we have the Rasta going, how much longer was there? Nope, there's the rocker. There's the rocker. Alright, let me put the rocker down and then we'll call this episode. It ran a little bit long, but we got to what we wanted. We got to the power. We got to our machines to make what we want. Put into that one. Trying to figure out. Oh, there it is. Alright, so this one comes up here to here. This one will come up to here. We're going to say no to this, no to this, no to this, no to this. So this is going to, from the rocker, we'd be able to concentrate copper, which is taking the crushed copper, 3, and getting 1 concentrate. Same thing with gold, except it's 4-to-1. Iron, 2-to-1. And then sandstone, or the silica tag, which is crushed granite, crushed sandstone, 1-to-1. Well, sorry, no, 2-to-1. So if we were making 150 crushed sandstone, that means we could make 75 sand. So all the crushed stone that we're about to make, we're going to turn it straight into sand. This is all mining XP on both of these. So our recipe here is giving us 34 XP per craft, and our sand is giving us 34 per craft. So our mining will have, what, 225 times 34. So that's basically 750 XP. No, a lot more than that. How about, it's like more like 7,500. So we'd be halfway to mining 6. So now that you've seen the Arasta, the rocker, as you can see, we've already produced sand. And as you can see, if we look in here, this is running. Soon it will drop the rest of it in here, and then it will take more stone. We don't want to take from there right now. See, a rocker stopped because it doesn't have any more crushed sandstone. Nope, see, dropped it, picked up some more. So, as you can see, that's how that works. And the idea would be to mine out this granite here at some point to open this room up a little bit more. Besides that, it is to mine out the sandstone here, mine out the limestone and the sandstone there to give us the room for the second floor. And get our 50% bonus of XP by making duplicates of everything that we have on this floor. Not this room, but everything in this room, so that our the outside got taken away because of the machines. Oh well. Because they're all on the same property. We could fix that, but by just changing the connection. But by duplicating the kitchen, we would have another basically 5 points of XP. Doubling the bedroom, we would have another 5.7. 5.75. And then doubling what's in the bathroom at the moment would be another 1.95. So you're talking 5, 10, 11... 11 and a half, 12 XP. So we'd be up to 78-ish. But that is the task for next time, or to work on as I go. But thank you for being here. Hit the like if you like the videos. And I will see you next time when we will progress to some other task. Maybe to the shipwright for finally. Uh, but enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you happen to be, and I will see you next time.